Hey there YouTube, this is TS coming at you with another update on Project 42. It's the end of week 8 and I lost 2 pounds this week. Not quite as much as I'd like, and it was not the best week from a weight loss perspective, but I'll get into that a bit more later. Throughout this video I'm occasionally going to cut to brief scenes from my introduction video, just so you can get a look at how things have changed. Like, for instance, right now I'm going to cut to a similar scene shot in this particular spot for my introduction video that'll show my face, and things have definitely leaned out a bit in my face. I'm still, got some chin and cheek to lose, but my face has definitely thinned out a bit, and so that's one of the things I want to show. So here's that. As you can see from my face, I've got a lot of extra flab going on here. So this has all got to go. So here's a similar front view that's in my introduction video. The one thing that really strikes me when I look back at that is that I had to stand more like this because I had more flab in this region, and so now that now that I've lost quite a few inches through the chest, my arms hang straight. My arms hang a lot straighter, and I noticed that it's my shoulders don't hurt quite as much as they did from having to sleep with a bunch of weight pushing my shoulders out. So that's feeling great, and so yeah, here's now at week 8, and now I'll cut to what it looked like in my introduction video. Alright, here you go. This is me. This is an extra large t-shirt that I'm wearing, which is a little snug around the belly, but as I said, I'm 5'10", 317 pounds. I just have huge handful. Now again, here in week 8, this is sort of the side view that's similar to what's in my introduction video. And so in my introduction video, I'm grabbing my belly and bopping it around, and there's definitely less belly here. Sort of hard to tell, but definitely less of it. So here's my shot in my introduction video of extra me all over my body, and it's gotta go, it's gotta go. Another scene from my introduction video was the tape measure around the waist. This is a 5-foot tape measure, and even with my belly pushed out as much as it had before, I could barely touch the two ends together, as I'll show you in a second. But now I have a nice big floppy tail, and so I've lost probably close to 5 inches, maybe a little more, around the midsection, around my widest point. So around the belly, I am around 60 inches. Yep, so this is what I'm up against. 60 inches around the belly. So there you have it. At the end of week 8, I weigh 279.4 pounds. That's down 2 pounds from last week. And that's down a total of 37.6 pounds in 8 weeks. And I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this wasn't the greatest weight loss week. The previous week I lost 4.8 pounds, and the week before that I lost 5 pounds. And so last Sunday I mentioned in my video that I was feeling like I was approaching a plateau, and I was feeling, I don't know, a little stretched thin. Well, what I did Monday was I wanted to experiment with maybe upping my carbs a little to see if I could, keep the energy to keep pushing hard. Well, I ended up having a chili for lunch, which has a bit high on the carbs because of the beans, and then I sort of underestimated the amount of carbs in a tomato sauce that I used to make sort of a low-carb lasagna. Basically it was just meat, cheese, and tomato sauce in a casserole pan. I misgauged completely the serving size and how much carbs I was eating there, and ate too much carbs that night on top of the reasonably high carb chili that I had for lunch. And basically it was enough to trigger a serious insulin response, and I was really thirsty Monday night, and I drank about 5 or 6 glasses of water. I woke up Tuesday morning feeling sort of awful, and I had retained about 5 pounds of water, and Tuesday and Wednesday I just wasn't feeling as good. My energy levels went down, my appetite went up, and I had to really sort of push myself to keep going those 2 days. And the thing that bothers me the most, okay, water retention, fine, that's going to happen if I eat carbs. You know, the thing that bothered me the most is that I went into, when my insulin spiked up, I went into sort of a hormonal mood swing. It's almost like when I start getting that sort of hormonal mood on me, that I start focusing more on the consequences of actions instead of the benefits or rewards of the actions. And so Tuesday and Wednesday I kept thinking to myself over and over, it's like, oh man, I didn't eat that many carbs Monday. This sucks. I'm never going to be able to eat carbs again in my life. I'm never going to be able to successfully lose this weight. It's just horrible. I might as well give up. Shoot me, I'm a fiddler crab, it's fiddler crab season. You know, that whole mentality of, you know, the cravings come back, and, you know, I found myself getting all emotional about the fact that I'll never be able to eat pizza again because the crust and the sauce has too much sugar. I'll never be able to eat donuts again. I'll never be able to, who cares? Like, I care when I'm not feeling that sort of insulin-induced craving for sugar and that sort of hormonal imbalance that makes me emotional about things like that. I could care less if I don't eat pizza again the rest of my life today, but because I had triggered that response in my body, I was craving it. I was really ruining the fact that I would never be able to eat it again, and it was really hard to, even though I knew it was an emotional hormonal response to the dietary input that my body was receiving, it was really hard to rationally just go, dude, stop it. Go work out. Go wring that 5 pounds of water weight out of your system for the next 2 days. Stop eating the carbs again. Get back into the flow. Everything will be fine. It doesn't matter if you will never be able to eat donuts again. Who cares? Donuts are poisonous to you. Deal with it. And you know, that's the thing that hits me the most, is that hormonal, emotional thing that you can get from your dietary input. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. All in all, I'm very happy to have lost another 2 pounds this week after the rocky start of eating a bit too much carbs and having an insulin response on Monday. So, you know, losing a couple of pounds over the week is good. I gained about 4 or 5 pounds of water weight, was able to wring that out of my system, and then lose 2 pounds on top of that. So I was very happy that I was able to push through that this week. Yeah, I guess I'll see y'all next week.